8,300 pounds. We got a Sprinter double slide bunkhouse just coming in on trade here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Pretty darn familiar with how these are put together, considering this is essentially just a laminated Springdale travel trailer that we sell here every day at HaylettRV. We're big into the Keystone RV business, so I'm pretty familiar with this. Sprinter is actually the very first name, essentially, from Keystone. It has roots with these guys, basically. So as you can kind of see here, we got a big living room super slide for rainy day space. We got a big full bunkhouse slide out in the back so that, again, on those rainy days, the kids have room to run around. And you got a private rear space where you can kind of close the door and encapsulate the chaos, so to speak. A little bit of bottled lightning. This is a fairly well equipped model for its model year. We've got a forced air heated enclosed underbelly with a very large 30,000 BTU furnace. That's something Keystone's done for a long time. They put bigger furnaces in their RVs almost always across the board. You can see the four-corner power stabilizer jacks makes setting up your campsite simple and easy. I also like pointing out that all the windows you see are UV tinted. That gives you privacy, and it helps keep the heat minimized in the RV by blocking out the worst of the solar radiation. The other benefit to those windows is that you get a little bit more privacy that way. So basically, if what you're looking for is just a big, giant trailer, but big bunkhouse, but you're on more of a used RV budget price tag, bang, here you go. I do not expect this to last long. Now, I share the good with the bad with the ugly. I found one small spot inside that felt like the floor was a little soft. That being said, I look at this and I don't see anywhere where there's been a leak. I think it's at a spot where if the kids jumped off the top bed, they would land on the floor, and I think the kids kind of wore one, I don't know, 6-inch spot out on the floor. Little receiver hitch on the back, by the way, for like a bike rack. Now, I start saying things like soft spots and people get scared real easy. Understand, I don't mind sharing the good, the bad with the ugly. I prefer to be honest and straightforward and direct in my presentation so that you know exactly what you're getting. I don't believe there's ever been a leak in this camper. I don't think that at all. I'm not making up smoke and mirror stories. If I was going to make up stories, why would I have mentioned anything in the first place? This is a very fine trailer. It was used. It was well kept, but it was used. That's what happens. You give kids or enough runaround time, they're gonna bang into things. Direct entry bathroom means the kids don't have to track dirt through the whole trailer to get in and out. Very handy just to rinse them off real quick. Plus, if you're traveling, easy in and out. The outside kitchen tends to be like the centerpiece of outside. What you always notice, like if you have friends over or guests over, is that the party ends in the kitchen. Well, this is where the picnic is going to be. This is where, at the end of the night, this is the rear area of the trailer is also more private, away from the foot traffic of the parks and the campgrounds. This is where you're going to end up. This is where the drinks are. This is where the food is. This is where you can wash your hands. That's where you're going to end up hanging out. I like seeing little preventative measures to keep the bugs out of the furnace and things like that. Camera battery's flashing at me, so I might have to pick up the pace. I've been pretty pokey lately. I've seemed to take a lot of time on these things. Big super slide. Lots of room in here. I like the lighter decor. It really helps brighten it up in here, even without a bunch of lights flipped on. We do have central air. I already talked about that larger furnace supplying your central heat system. I like the wraparound cabinets up here because every ounce of storage counts. This is cool. They got a little wastebasket storage space right by the door right there. I think that was a smart touch. We've got enough drawer space to get us through the weekend. The bottom drawer definitely has had a heavy load in it. It works, but it kind of wanted to hop off the track a little bit. Again, I'm going out of my way to be fair with you guys. Remember that. We have priced our RVs accordingly. We haven't tried to hide anything, obviously, here. We don't tend to sell things at full-blown retail value because this RV is not perfect. It's not bad. It's perfectly functional, and you guys are going to go out and have a good time. But we're fair, Big pantry here, too. No such thing as too much storage. I say that all the time. I also like that this is a true king U-dinette. It folds down to like a 7-foot sleeper, and you can see that you've got the storage door right here on this side to get to the easy access under that. And this has a monster center closet, wardrobe, whatever. This is the storage that you wish all bunkhouses had to keep the kids' stuff in the kids' room, so it doesn't have a way of bleeding out into the living room. And this little drawer down here, you turn that into a socks and underwear drawer, and you'll be surprised how useful that is. So we got a quick peek at the bathroom from just the outside, but let me give you the rest of the tour from the inside here. Skylight in the shower for extra light and headroom. And obviously we've got that dual entry door. Now, if you're worried about privacy, remember that that door right there has a deadbolt lock. This door doesn't. So the door to the outside actually has more privacy than the door to the inside, so don't worry. Trundle Bed System. This is called a Trundle Bed. That is a bed that slides out like a drawer below the lower bunk. And what that creates here is a full 4 quad bunk scenario in a floor plan that normally only has 3 bunks with a full-size outside kitchen like the one you see equipped on this Sprinter right here. Entertainment center right across from the lower bed, which you can slide this bed in, that bed can flip up, and this becomes like a lounge for the kids. Now this lower bed and this upper bed are about 50% wider. I call them big kid beds. I told you about a little soft spot on the floor back here. It is right... Geez, let me see if I can even find it. I can't find it. Okay, right about there. There's like a 4-inch spot right here. And I think what it was is the kids in the morning, they hung their legs off the side and they jumped down. And they did that for years. And they weakened a spot on the floor. I can stand on this with 1 foot. It holds a grown man's weight. It's not a problem. It's just there. I don't want someone to buy this and take it home and be like, there's a soft spot in the floor you didn't tell me about. Y'all are a bunch of liars. You know, because that would be my first reaction. I don't think any less of you for thinking of that. I think that you should think less of us if we weren't forefront and honest in our information. That's why I do what I do. Sliding privacy pocket doors for mom and dad up front. TV does spin to face the bedroom at night. We've got our DVD stereo system all in one here with some auxiliary inputs in case you want to, you know, plug your phone into it and stream your favorite music service, whatever you want to do. I like the big lights here, and I like that all the switches are labeled. As dumb as that sounds, so many of these RVs, it's like when you buy a house and you're guessing which light switch does what, I like that these are labeled. You can see what's going on. Although I do think it's funny, they have an indicator light to tell you if the ceiling lights are on. I'm pretty sure you're going to look up and know if the ceiling lights are on or off. But hey, somebody thought that was useful. Up here in the bedroom, we've got side stands with platforms large enough for CPAP machines. We do have outlets and everything up here. That actually has a phone outlet run into it. That is crazy. I haven't seen phone service outlets run in campers for many, many years. So there you have it. 8,300 pounds makes this a little bit beyond where I want most half tons being towed, but not necessarily out of the range of half-ton towability. It just really depends on your truck, your equipment, and what you have. Now remember, we also specialize in towing vehicles here at Haylett's. So if you like this thing, but you need a bigger vehicle, we can do that. If you need the proper hitching to hook this up or brake control, we can do that. Financing, we can do that. Trades, we do that. Everything, we do that. So give us a call. We'll get you camping. That's all we do here. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Happy camping, everyone.